Salvete. Capitolo quintum decimo, chapter 15. Magister et Discipuli. Teacher and student. Marcus, librum et tabulum et ceteras res ferens, tusculum ambulat. Marcus walks the Tusculo, carrying his book, his ruler, his tablet, and other things. Alright. Let me clear my throat so we can. Just gonna go through this real fast, as fast as possible. Elices ludum puerorum. This is a school of boys. Multi pueri mane in ludum irunt. Many boys go into the school in the morning. Magister ludi es vir Graecus, cui nomen es Diodorus. The teacher of the school is a Greek man whose name is Diodorus. I think in English we got words like Theodore. It come from that. Marcus magistrum metuit Diodorus enim magister severus est, qui discipulos suos virga verberat. Eo modo magister severus discipulos improbus punire sole. Let's go slower. Marcus magistrum metuit. Marcus fears the teacher. Diodorus enim, for Diodorus Magister severus is a strict teacher. And you can see the word severe. Qui discipulos suos virga verberat, who beats the students with a switch. Eo modo magister severus discipulos improbus puniri sole, who in this way, eo modo in that way, a strict teacher usually is known, right? That's the same thing as usually is known to punish bad students. A strict teacher is known to punish bad students. Discipuli sunt pueri qui in ludum eunt. These students are pueri, boys, et puella, and girls, qui in ludum eunt, who goes into the school. Marcus and Quintus sunt duo discipuli. Marcus and Quintus are two students. Alii discipuli sunt Titus et Sextus. Other students are Titus and Sextus. Sextus, qui ante Marcum et Titum ad ludum advenit, primus ludum intrat. Sextus, who before Marcus and Titus arrives into the school, he enters the school first. Sextus solus est nam ceteri discipuli non dum adsunt. Sextus is alone for the other students. Is not here yet. It's not yet. Non dum, not yet. Adsunt, here. Magister entrans sextum solum in cella sedetem vide. The teacher entering sees videt Sextus alone sitting in his seat in cella. Remember from the last chapter, we get ing, these type of words. Sitting. Sextus de cella surgens magistrum salutat. Salve magister. Sextus getting up surgens, getting up from the cella, from his seat, salutes or greets the teacher. Salve magister. Hello, teacher. Magister dicit. The teacher says, Salve sexte conside. Hello, Sextus. Go sit down, or sit down. Take a seat. Sextus in cella considit. Sextus sits in the seat, or sit down in the seat. Discipulus tacitus ante magistrum sedet. The student being quiet, and that is the ablative absolute. I think that's the ablative absolute version. The student being quiet sits in front of the teacher. So it makes sense. You can even say the quiet student, which I was about to say, but I think that's the ablative absolute. Both meaning the same thing. The quiet student sit down in front of the teacher. Magister interrogat. The teacher asks, Cur tu solus est, sexte? Why are you alone, Sextus? And it's a new construction, which is very important. This is saying you are. This is are. Say, why are you are? And we've been saying est for us. You wouldn't say things like why is you. We speak like that, but that's erroneous. You're supposed to say why are you? We're talking to a second person. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's look up the chart. That's a chart. One chart you look up. This is the one I recommend you look at and study. It's very important. We use these all the time in English. That we use us and are. Every language in the world got that word. H-I-L. Okay, Latin. Alright. Formative verb soon, that's what I'm looking for. They give me a chart. They usually give me a chart. Let's look for est. Alright, looking for English, that's why. Oh boy. English don't got the chart, so they would give me no chart, but right here they'll give me one. Okay, we got first person present indicative. Sum means am, am, right? Very common word. Second person, well, when we say am, we say I am. So that's first person. I am. When you say you, what you are. So that second person, that's the one we just used. As he talking to a person, he talking to somebody else in front of him. And what we was using the whole time since we telling the story, we saying he, us, she, us, it, us, or Michael, us. We use a person name to do the third person. Talking to a person not in front of us or not to the person. Talk about a third person, somebody farther away or outside of the conversation. So first person is you. Second person is the person you talking to. And the third person is the person you talking to on the sideline. And then you got the first person plural, which is we say we. We did this. Because you still talk about yourself, first person, but you're talking about two people with you now. So you're not just I did something, it's we. Second person, the same thing. We say, instead of you did that, we say y'all. So it's two yous now. That's estis. Third person, plural. We did a lot of this too. Sunt. Dikunt. They say. Sunt. They are. Puella et puer are. They are. You can see two names to express that. Three or more. Plural. To express plural third person. And you can see how extensive these is, but we only gonna deal with until they bring it up in the book. We're gonna stick with what he got. And right now he doing this for the first time. And this for the first time. We already did this. We already did this. Why are you alone? Ego solo sum. So you see he already using the first person. I am alone. Ego solus sum. Qual ceteri discipuli omnes absunt, responded Sextus. Sextus responds, I am alone because the other students are all absent. Duh. Exclamat Magister, O discipulos improbos. Shout out. The teacher shout out, and you see clamat, shout, and then X. You gotta watch these. These is where the magic come in. These suffix and prefixes. Shout out. The teacher shouts out all bad students. And hold on, let me stop it right here. Come back a second. Numego discipulus improbus sum. Am I a bad student? Am I not a bad student? Am I? You know, we can say in English. Am I not a bad student? And you already just know num, meaning you asking a question, but you expecting the answer to be Would you? Is something you're not like? He asking. I'm not a bad student, am I? Imo tu probus est discipulus sexte, at Marcus et Quintus et Titus improbisunt. On the other hand, you are a good student, Sextus, but another way of saying but at. So we got three ways. We got two ways so far: at and said. But Marcus and Quintus and Titus are bad. Excuse me. See. Hic Titus ad ludum advenit, et Januar pusat ante quam intrat. Let's stop right there and knock this out. Here Titus arrives to the school and knocks on the door before entering. So, Discipulus non statim intrat, se primum Januar pusat. Tum ludum intrat et magistrum salutat, salve magister. The student does not enter quickly or immediately. Statim, that's a new word. Immediately, does not enter immediately, but knocks first on the door. Then enters the school and greets the teacher. Hello, teacher. And tum, another new word. It's like diende, then. O tite, sextus jam adest. O Titus, sextus is here already. And you see here now, but you know in our modern day we say things like, we say here now. But you can translate it already what means now, right? At Marcus et Quintus non dum adsunt. But Marcus and Quintus is not here, is not yet here. Take puer, shut up boy. Claude Januam et concide. Aperites libros pueri. Shut up boy. Close the door and take a seat. Sit down. Open your books, boys. Sextus statem librum sum aperet. Sed Titus, qui librum non habet, ego inquit librum non habeo. And now they're using the first person instead of habet. We're going to be talking in the third person. We were saying habet, saying he, she, or it have. This version is saying I have. So now we get introduced to that. You can see this right here would be the third person. You can tell by the T's at the end. Another verb. He said, right? Third person. Diodorus dicit. Quid? What? Sextus librum sum habet. Tu librum tuum non habes. Quarter librum non habes. So you got another version, the second The second person version, which means you should guess you have. Habel, I have. Habet, he, she, it have. Habes, you have. Second person. So you say, what? Sextus have your book? See, third person. Sextus. See, the third person, he ain't even in yet. Oh, yeah, he right there. Then he said, why is it you don't have your book? Why don't you have your book? And he said, your book, he talking to him personally, not Sextus. He talking to him about sex. He bring up Sextus. And the third person, if he been talking to Diodoros, he would have been using Habes. He was using the second person, not the third. He try to give it an understanding now, because from here on out, he gonna use all forms, all persons, first, second, and third. Librum non habio, Titus dicit. Titus says, Librum non habio, quod Marcus meum librum habet. So he said, Titus Sextus have his book. Why you don't have your book? You don't have your book? Why you don't have your book? I think I say Sextus have his book. Sextus have his book, not Titus' book. He have his own book. I think I say that wrong. But anyway. Librum non habeo quod Marcus meum librum habet. I don't have my book because Marcus has my book. Post Titum Marcus ad ludum advenit. Neque is Ioannuam pusat antequam intrat. So after Titus, Marcus enters into the school, and he don't knock on the door before entering. Antequam, before. It's like before that he enters. Marcus statim interat, nec magistrum salutat. Marcus enters quickly and don't greets the teacher. O Marque, inquit Theodorus, cur tu Ioanniam non pusas, cum a ludum venis, nec me salutas cum me vides. So he say, oh Marcus, says Theodorus, why you don't knock on the door? And so you see second person again, not pusat, he knocked. It's why you didn't knock. And when you come to school, when he's to the school ad ludum, and why you don't greet me and don't greet me when you see me. Nec me salutas cum me vides. When you see me, you see inside this. getting more dynamic, which means more fun for us. I'm translating it, right? I'm getting it right. And again, if you pause it and translate it, always use your dictionary if you don't know the word to help. And if it's too much, then just go back a few chapters, master it all, and come back. We're gonna slowly get through each chapter together. At Marcus ego inquit, Januana puso cum aluruenio, nec te saluto cum te video, quia nec sectus nec titus id facit. So he said, but Marcus says, Marcus, don't knock on the door when I come into the school, neither greet you when I see you. So you see, he using the first person because he talk about him. I don't knock on the door. Puso, I don't knock. Non-puso, I don't knock. I don't come. When I come. And when I see you. I don't hail. Te saluto, I don't hail. Nec te saluto, I don't hail you. Quia, because nec sectus, nec titus, neither Sextus nor Titus, id facit, do it. So he's saying he ain't did that because they ain't did it. That's like saying does that. Remember, facit is a very dynamic word that means like made or made, making something. We used that in the earlier video where we were saying make tracks on the ground. And facit, you can look it up on your chance to see the different understandings of that word. Sextus et quitus dicunt. Quid? So they both says, Sextus and Quintus says, and we say dicunt instead of dicit, like we were saying. Theodorus dicit, Theodorus says. Since it's two, we're doing the plural version, third person, plural. Dicunt, they says. What? Marcus, ad sextum et titum. Marcus says to sextum and titum. So he's talking more than one person, right? So that's second person plural. Y'all. You're saying y'all. So vos januam non pusatis cum a ludum venitis, nec magistrum salutatis, cum eum videtis, auditis ne equadico. He say, y'all don't knock on the door when y'all enter the school, come to the school. Neither greets the teacher when y'all see him. Do y'all hear that which I said, Dico? So you see that's a different version than Dicit. It says, Dikis, you says, Dico, I says. Did y'all hear what I said? That which I said? Because they say, what? But he snitch on them first. He tell the teacher that they don't do those things. So let's see what it say. Tum sextus et titus id quod dicis inquiunt, verum non est, nos ianium pulsamus, cum a ludum venimus, et magistrum salutamus, cum eum videmus, nonne verum dicimus magister, nonne verum dicimus magister. They say, then Tahus, then Sextus and Titus, and what they say to him, or they what they say to you, basically they say that what you say. So Sextus and Titus says to your boy Marcus, we hear what you say. That what you say is not the truth. Verum non est. The truth is not. For we, nos. So you get into we, which is first person plural, we. And we end the endings of we ends in moose. Let's look up a chart, a quick verb. Look up pulsat, just to keep it congruent what we're talking about. Okay, Latin, to drive or to strike. We're using that for knock on the door. See, push, strike, beat, batter, hammer, knock on. So let's go to the chart. Okay, pulso, I knock. Pulsas, you knock, for one person, you. Third person, he, she, or it knock. First person saying we knock, pulsamos. We knock on the door when, let's look at the rest, the last one. And second person, y'all, pulsatis. Third person, pulsant. So we don't use the third person a lot. ANT, right? When we come into the school, cum ad ludum venimus, et and magistrum salutamus, which is we greet the teacher, cum eum videmus, when we see him. Is we speaking the truth, teacher? Are we not speaking the truth, teacher? Magister dicit, the teacher says, vos verum dicitis. Quod Marcus dicit non est verum, discipulus improbus est Marce, neces est te punire statim ad me veni. Say, ya, vos, again, nos, us, we, nos, and vos. We already get nostra and wester. That's the same thing, but this is just simply y'all, you, plural. Y'all are speaking truth, because Marcus do not speak the truth. No, what's about? You can use that as which Marcus does not speak the truth. You see, talking to him in a third person. Marcus dicit non est verum, discipulus improbus est Marce. You are a bad student. You are a bad ZS again. Talking to him. You are a bad student, Marcus. It is necessary that I punish you. It is necessary for you to be punished. Quickly, come to me. Diodorus Magister Severus Tergum pueri virca weberat. Diodorus, the strict teacher, whoops the back of the boy with the switch. Tergum, the back, virca, a switch. Tergum is posterior partiscoparis. The back is the back part of the body. Tergum dole Marco, neque ille lacribat, nam licrimare puero romano non convenit. And I'm looking at this word that's now inconvenient or convenience. So it's just non-convenient, right? But if you really look at it, coming is in that come, and be convenient, like go or do, like becoming. So non is like unbecoming. and we break it down further. But he says, the back hurts. The back to Marcus hurts, but we can use English like in the back of Marcus hurts. But he don't cry. To cry for a Roman boy is not convenient or unbecoming. Obviously saying boys don't cry. Marcus clamat. Marcus cries out, "Hey, yam satises desine magister." He said, "Hey, that's enough now. Stop, teacher. Now that's enough." And satis, showing you the second person. Magister puero weberare desine it. The teacher stops beating the boy and ad salam tuam ready inquit atque concede. He said, now return ready to your seat or chair, and he says, and sit down. Marcus ad salam suam redit, neque concedit, said Tacitus ante salam stat. Marcus returns to his seat, but don't sit down. But quietly, about while being quiet, stands in front of the seat. Audisne marque, ego te considere iubeo, corona considis, interrogat magister. Magister, teacher says, "You hear me, Marcus? I ordered you to take a seat. Why are you not sitting?" asked the teacher. "Non consido quod sedere non possum." You see, they're mixing them up real good now. I don't sit. You see. Why don't you sit? Considis. And you got to sit. Considere. You say everything, the endings and everything is what's important. And non consido, I don't sit. Quod sedere non possum. because I am not able to sit. Cur sedere non potes. Second person talking to him. Why are you not able to sit? Sedere non possum. First person. Quod mihi dolet. Pars tergi inferior in cuia sedere soleo. I'm not able to sit because I am hurting. To me, I am hurting. The parts of my lower back in which I usually sit. Or I use to sit. And which I use to sit hurts. He said, me dole, because it hurts. The part I use to sit, and which I use the parts of my lower back, and which I use to sit, which is what we call the buttocks today. Haec vertebra audientes titus et sextus rident. Hearing those words, Titus and Sextus are laughing. You see, they laugh. Plural. Qui ridetis Tite et Sexte. Why are you laughing, Titus and Sextus? Ridemus quod Marco dolet. We laugh. See, we laugh. Remember the ending mus. Ridemus, we laugh because Marcus is hurting. Tacete, shut up. Iam corporis partem nominare non convenit. Se ubi est frater tuus parce. Stop right there. Okay, let's finish this chapter up. Tacete. Shut up. To that part of the body, to name that part of the body is not convenient. But where ubi is, where is your brother Marcus? Is domi est apud matrem suam, quintus digi se agrumese. He is home with his mother. Quintus says he is sick. He is unhealthy or sick. It is said that he is sick, to be sick. Si ager est, in ludum iere non potest. At vos bene valetis, iam aprite libros. And I don't know if we can see here or not. I think we did. If one is sick, if he is sick, he is not able to come into the school. But y'all is well, are feeling well. And valetis, I using that for feeling, because bene already means well. Bene valete is feeling healthy, but we know we use words like well. And Yam, now open your books. Marcus meum librum habet. Marcus has my book. Still praise. I forget about that. I was talking about that earlier. Before he come. Qui tu librum titi habes Marque? Say, why do you have Titus' book, Marcus? Ego eus librum habio quod is meum malum habet. Rede mihi malum meum Tite. He said, I have his book because he have my apple. Return to me my apple. Titles. Titus ridens. Malum inquit. Tibi redere non possum id enium iam in ventre meo est. And Titus laughs. Malum, apple, he says. He says, I am not able to return to you, for it is now in my stomach. Marcus iratus titum pulsare incipit, said Magister, decime Marque inquit. And let's stop before we get too far. We say Marcus being angry is, begins to hit Titus, but the teacher says, inquit, stop, Marcus. And then he says, Titus tibi malum dare non potes, et ego tibi malum dare possum. Nisi hic et nunc Tito librum redis. So the teacher say, Titus is not able to give to you the apple, but I are able to give to you something bad. You know, he said things like trouble or bad, something that I would do you bad in that sense. Whoop him again, telling him, unless Nisi, I think that's a new word too, it's always spelled like this, and it just means unless here and now, hic et nunc. Redis, you return. Remember, second person, redis. Librum, the book, Tito, to Titus. Marcus Tito, librum redit. Marcus returns the book to Titus. And you see, third person, now we're talking about Marcus from the third person, is redit. He returns. Discipuli libros aperiunt. The students opens the book. Item librum suum aperit Magister ac recitare incipit. Gallia est omnis. So, also, the teacher opened his book and begins to recite. Puere autem priorem libri partem cantem audiunt. The boys, however, only hears to the first part of the book, priorem, the first part, like the prior, right? Libri of the book. Nam antique magister partem libri posteriorem recitare incipit. Omnes puere dominiunt. You say, for before the teacher can read or recite, begins to recite the ending, posteriorem, the last part of the book, all the boys are sleeping. Magister recitare dicidit et exclamat. The teacher start reciting and shouts out, O improbi discipuli, dormitis, quod recito non auditis. Say, oh, dishonest boys, bad boys, y'all are sleeping, dormitis. And which You don't hear. You don't hear. Y'all don't hear me or I reciting. Recito. You thought you are the first, second, and third person that you was watching possible to get you used to it. Study well. Marcus Magistro Rato. Marcus to the angry teacher. To ad Magistro Rato. Inqui says ego I. Non dormio imo vigilo. Et te audio magister. He said, I'm not sleeping. On the other hand, I'm awake. And I hear you, teacher. Is he using the I version now? I awake. I hear you. Te audio. I hear you. Teacher, I sleep. I don't sleep. No, I'm dorming, but it's still what I. It's still the first person talking about yourself. Item sextus et tetus. Also sextus and testus dici. Neque nos dormimus inquiunt. And basically the same thing. And we are not sleeping. Nos, we are not sleeping. They say, Vigalamus et omnia verba tua audimus bene recitas. Theodore, bonus es magister. So now they're going to stroke his ego. He say, we are awake and we hear all of your words. Omnia verba. You recite good. Recitas, remember you recite. They talking to one person. He say, you recite well, Theodorus. And they say, bonus, you're a good teacher. Bonus es magister, you're a good teacher. And basically you are es. Magister Lightus digit. So the happy teacher says, Verum est quod dicitis inquit. Where he says, truth. It's the truth of that you say. It's truth of that you say. Ego bene recito. Let me just go ahead and say the whole thing. Ego bene recito ac bonus sum magister. At vos male racitatis, ac mali discipuli estis. So he say, truth that you say, I do recite well, and I am a good teacher, soon remember. But y'all are bad. Y'all recite poorly, male recitatis. Poorly y'all recite. And ac mali bad. Y'all. Y'all are bad students. And mali bad. And then they all say, Imo boni discipuli sumus, bene recitamus. Say, on the contrary, we are good students, and we recite well. So you see, we are sumus, and it still give you the we, that mus, let you know we. Sunt, te, sum, am. We get all these in this one, and it's still showing you we recite well. Tacete ubi estis pueri. Shut up. Where are you boys? And they say, in ludo sumos, we are in school. Verum digitis. So you speak the truth. Y'all speak the truth. And ludo estis. Non domi in lectulis. In lectulo dormire leget. Hic in ludo non leget dormire. So y'all speak the truth. Y'all are in school. Not at home in beds. In your beds. It's in the bed. You're allowed to sleep. Leak it. Allowed. Oh, you have permission to sleep. But we say allow. We don't really say permission like that in that context. So in bed, you're allowed to sleep. But here in school, you are not allowed to sleep. Magisteratus discipulos virga veberat. The angry teacher whoops the students with the stick. Man, old school. But that's what we need. Bring back the old school. Quod vos veberas, magistras. Hey. Why are you beating us, teacher? Vos vebero. Quod alio modo vos excitare non possum ad celas vestras redite atque considite. He said, I beat y'all. Vos vebero. Because the other way or mode to wake y'all up, it's not possible to wake y'all up in another way. Let me say that in the English way. The second line. Now, go to your returns to y'all vuestras celas. Return to y'all seats and go sit down. Discipuli ad celas suas redeunt neque considunt. The students return to their seats but do not sit down. Non considimus quod, and I feel like I skipped one. He asked them probably, why doesn't they sit down? He probably asked them, quid non why they non possum. You might ask them why they are not able considere to sit. Qui considere non possum or non let's look that out real quick before we don't need to break our brain up. Able to. Yeah, so he asked them, potestis. He asked them, why are you not able? Second person plural. Present. Why are you not able to sit down? Considere. And then they say, non considimos, we cannot sit. Quod sedere non possumus, because we are not able to sit. Then sit down, considimos. So you say considere. Say quid, what? Considere non potestis. So you see, they use that potestis. Ergo hos horam tota taciti state. Dum ego sadens partem libri posteriorem recito, nec enim states domere potestis. Say what? You are not able to sit, therefore stand quietly for the whole hour while I sit and recite the last part of the book. For you are not able to sleep while standing. States while standing. And that's the end of that chapter. I love that chapter. It can give you a whole lot of good understanding of structure, talking in first, second, and third person. For the most part, we've been doing third person, telling the stories. Now you'll be able to talk back and forth and say what you doing, what they doing, using verbs in first, second, and third person. Very important in speech. So we'll see you in the next one. Walete.